This white fence behind me has been such an eyesore for 4 years. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing that we've been putting off and make this fence look pretty so you admire the nice, beautiful portico instead of your eye going directly to what is this ugly white fence here. I've never really painted a fence before, to be quite honest with you. Welcome back to Flipping Gorgeous. My name is Lena Taylor. Think of this channel as your girlfriend's guide to DIY and home improvement, where you hang out with me as I tackle the good, the bad, and the ugly of home renovations. And today we've got something definitely ugly. This white fence behind me has been such an eyesore for 4 years. And we just finished building our beautiful new carport portico. And it's so gorgeous. And then there's white fence that's just such an eyesore. So I'm saving a little money by painting it myself rather than having the guys who built the portico do it. And I'm using some of the leftover paint that we had. I've never really painted a fence before, to be quite honest with you, but here's how I'm approaching it. What I'm doing first is, you can see, I'm going in between each of the planks with a brush, brushing it to get in between the crevices. That way, when it's time for me to roll it, it's all pretty much smooth and cohesive and not splotchy. So I'm taking the time to do that first and then just plan to go over it with a roller. I'm using my roller instead of my sprayer for this project because the fence isn't that large. And to be honest with you, sometimes I find the sprayer to be more work than it's worth if you don't have a huge amount of space to spray, just because the particular sprayer I have does require that the paint or the stain gets watered down, and I find that to be pretty time consuming and messy also. So because this isn't that large of a fence, that much square footage to cover, I've decided I'm just gonna roll it. I got a little bit later of a start than I wanted to today. It's getting pretty hot outside. Luckily, I've got a little bit of shade on this one section. The very first thing that I'm doing is cleaning up around the fence. We have a lot of leaves and debris, and we don't want that dirt getting into the fence. So I'm taking my blower, blowing it all off. Then I took my hose before I painted in between and I just hosed it down. I didn't pressure wash. If this fence was super dirty or had a lot of mildew or something, you definitely want to pressure wash. But I just used the jet pressure on my hose and rinsed it all down really good, let it dry in the sun while I ran to Home Depot to get some of the supplies that I needed. And then now that it's dry, I'm going with the hand brush and painting the crevices. I did also peel off, there was some paint that was kind of peeling. I'm not using a primer because this is outdoor. The white already is kind of serving as a primer for this fence. And the paint that I'm using is a Sherwin-Williams exterior stain. It's a solid stain. It's shag bark. And I will show you that if you want to get it. I really like the brown. It matches the brown that was on our house. So again, when we were building this beautiful portico, the whole challenge was, how do we make this feel like this has always been a part of the house and not an afterthought? So painting the columns to match our existing porch columns was one of the big things that we decided we do, is we need to make it all tie in. And so this was the existing color. I don't know if it's what I would have necessarily chosen if I was designing the house and building it from scratch, but I do like the dark rich brown. And I just took like a tiny little bit, our porch post, and I took it to Sherwin-Williams, and they have like a whole panel book, and I just matched it. And so shag bark was the closest one. So that's what we're going with, but I really like the color. It's a deep chocolate with more of a gray undertone than something like a coffee that has a little more of that red undertone. So I wanted a little more of the gray undertone. So that's what we're doing today, and we're hoping to knock this out. Again, we're having a party here next weekend. I'm always having a party. And so we want to get it done before the party, because the great news about this portico is we never have to have a tint ever again. And so we'll plan to set up a few tables out here. It's just been such an ugly eyesore. Finally, after 4 years, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing that we've been putting off and make this fence look pretty. And so you admire the nice, beautiful portico instead of your eye going directly to like, what is this ugly white fence here?
Hi, let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter. Brandy, honey, it don't matter, shots till I drop. Gonna be 24/7, golden hour like a boss. And they say, yo, guess you got a 2 o'clock appointment for a champagne shot, oh yeah. I'm busy trying to take it higher. Got no time for never, only spending cheddar. Wish I could do this forever. Chilling with the hottest company.
All right, the fence is looking like the zebra exhibit at the zoo, but we've gotten all the crevices painted. So now what I'm gonna do before I roll, I'm taking a 3-inch flat brush. This is for stains. And I'm going to go up just like right to about maybe here, maybe here. Just where I wanna start my roller so that I don't get it on the concrete. So I'm just gonna take this brush up a little bit, and then hopefully by the time we get to the roller, it's gonna be so quick, but I'm afraid I might run out of paint. We'll see how far this goes. I might have to go get another can of paint. So yes, just using this little brush, gonna come up from the bottom. I got the kids, I set them up on a new slip and slide, so hopefully that keeps them occupied, that I can do this for the next few minutes, and just really wanna knock this out today because again, it's been such an eyesore. Okay, just go up and down for me. Look like this. Ready?
I want to do the top.
Wow, you did a good job. Paint inside between the lines. Can you do that? Can you paint in between the lines?
Yeah.
All right, I've learned to no longer fool around with the small rollers. We go big or we go nothing when it comes to a roller. I picked up this paint little bucket today, and then I'm gonna put my insert in so my bucket doesn't get all dirty. And then we're going with a 14 incher. This is just gonna help cover more surface in less amount of time. So again, since I'm not using my sprayer, you definitely want a bigger roller. I'm probably just gonna use it like this. I don't think I need an extension because again, this is not a tall fence. So let's get started on that. Onto the second coat. It needs a second coat, so we're gonna second coat it. But now it's going pretty fast. I'm going back through with my angled brush and just getting any little touch-up spots that were kind of missed. But y'all, this is already looking so much better. It's blending in and it's all gonna look totally finished and complete and cohesive. And it's also been therapeutic for me today. There's a lot going on in the world today and I feel a deep amount of sadness. And anytime I have felt sad or pain in my life, I always turn to a DIY project. It gives me a sense of control. I have something I call the paint the wall mental mantra. And it's just like when you're feeling scared, when you're feeling overwhelmed, just paint the wall. Do something that makes you feel in control or take the first step. And so today I'm painting the fence.